straight from Las Vegas. Welcome, Western New York, to Niagara County Community College. I'm Jim Slower, along with Jim Rose, as we get set here for action from the gymnasium here at Niagara Community College, as the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves will play host to the Corning Community Red Barons. And I'm Jim Slower, along with Jim Rhodes. And Jim, this you look at this on paper, and two programs on the rise, and this should be a very good contest. This Niagara County Community College team is very, very exciting, and they know how to put points on the board. It should be a fast-paced action here today.
Oh, they sure are. And head coach Bill Beeline comes in here, and he'll have them running hard and running fast up the floor. So they come in here at 5-1 right now, and they've been lighting up the scoreboard. Red Barons from Corning, they come in here at a record of 2-3 right now, but they're 2-1 in their last three, so they're going to come out here ready to roll as well.
Well,
and now for your Thunder.
We talked about as the starting. Let's go with the PA announcer and the starting lineup for the Thunder.
New York, number 5, Isaiah Johnson. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Niagara Catholic in Niagara Falls, New York, number 3, Lorenzo Joseph. And forward, a 6'3" freshman from East High School in Buffalo, New York, number 21, Trundle Bishop. At forward, a 6'5" sophomore from St. Mary's High School in Lancaster, New York, number 33, Vince Kazmerzak. And at center, 6'5" sophomore from Nichols in Middleport, New York, number 15, Connor Vandergren. Your head coach in his third season, Bill Beeline. Assistant coaches in his second year, Keith Hack, his first season, John Vandenbosch. Your team manager, Mike Porter.
Well, Billy Beeline comes in here in his second season, 31-19 overall. One of the area's top and up-and-coming young coaches. He's named Niagara County Community College head coach back in May of 2009, and he completed his second season. He finished in 5th place in the WAC, and for the second year in a row, accomplished your goal of making it to the regional Final Four. There you see the coaching staff under the coach of Bill Lamoncelli in his 8th season for the Corning Community College men's basketball team, Jim. And I don't know if we have a correction or not, but the 21, I couldn't understand the PA announcer. It didn't sound like John Black to me. We'll wait and see. I'm going to give you the task of listening the first time he scores to hear how the announcers call it. So we apologize if we have him wrong, but
yeah, we came in a little bit late here, but starting lineup today for the Red Barons. We got the ones for Niagara. Number 2, Joel Diaz, 5'9" guard. The other guard position, number 5, Nate Acosta. Forward position, number 12, Jared Johnson. And then rounding out the starting fives, 31 and 32, Joel Kramer and Jacob Leah. The biggest difference here is there's a height advantage right now for Niagara Community College on the starting 5.
Now, as we get set here, it'll be Gerard Johnson gets it over here, number 31, Kramer. Kramer taking a look. He's watched by Kazmerzak. You're going to hear Vince's name called quite a bit. There's a little move, nice move there by Johnson. He moves up, gets it knocked away. 13 seconds on a shot clock in the hands of Acosta. Acosta's going to get hit from behind, and rolling on the floor is Connor Vandergriff, and he comes up with the ball. Here comes the Thunderwolves back quickly. Dish it out to the outside. Lorenzo Joseph for 3. Count it. What a way to start. Lorenzo Joseph knocks down the tray. Good dish out from underneath, too. Good movement and action and passing there. Now, through the hands, regrouping here. Joel Kramer gets it back out there to Diaz. Joel Diaz gets it down low. Acosta now down low into the paint. Intercepted this time. Here comes Isaiah Johnson, dishes it off a little unselfishly. If they try to get it back, they're going to get fouled underneath as he tried to get the pass back. There's some unselfish play. Jim might have been gone right to the hoop there. We're going to get a 30-second timeout called by Corny right away. I was looking over to head coach Bill Beeline, and a la Reggie Witherspoon, he keeps the jacket on for a while, and he'll take it over. The over-under I got now is, I heard 4 minutes today. We'll wait and see how close I am as far as the jacket coming off for men's head coach Billy Beeline here. And Jim, this is a great facility. This game should be action-packed, and we're always treated to a treat. We talked to Bob McEwen. He had mentioned to us that this place, when the men play, are packed.
Yeah, they come in here today, and there's probably double the crowd from the girls' game that we were here for, that we broadcast. They're coming in here. And, Jimmy, your over-under on that is gone because Coach Beeline's already removed it. He's a minute and 12 seconds. So,
there we go. Okay, so the under wins. There's a shot from the outside, a three-pointer again by Joseph. Won't go. Saved in there nicely by Isaiah Johnson. Johnson to Kasmerzak. Kasmerzak, high pass handled by Johnson. Kasmerzak now down low. It's kicked out of play. You'll see a team here unafraid to use a cross-court passing if it works to their advantage. But let's see. A lot of quick action, a lot of picks here early on, a lot of footwork because that's our third kick here, and we're only a minute and a half into the game. Look for a high-scoring contest here. The Thunderwolves coming off an 86-point performance against Fulton Montgomery Community College.
Yeah, we've done some games up here over the last couple of years, and they are always a high-flying offense, and they take off, put some points on the board.
Joseph thought about the three. He's going to dish it out to the outside. Makes the fake, goes off the glass, won't go. Rebound goes to the Red Barons on transition. We're run and gun off the glass and in by number 5, Nate Acosta. 3-2 is the score. Here comes Kasmerzak. No look down below. There's a bounce pass. Another unselfish play, though, gets taken away. Acosta down on the other side. He is out of control. Somehow gets the loose ball, and that'll go out. And that is saved by the Thunderwolves and knocked right in, intercepted by Acosta, who puts it up easy. Pass comes up now. A lot of coaches, a lot of players in attendance here today, looking from all over. Last time we were here, Canisius and Niagara's men's head coaches were in here in attendance, taking a look at some of these players.
Referees resetting the shot clock here on the foul.
4-3, the Red Barons lead the Thunderwolves. There's Joseph now, gets it over here to Johnson. Johnson back to Joseph. The pair of guards are wearing the yellow sneakers. It's hard to miss. They work it down to the face-off circle. Kind of a drift into the foul line there. There goes a shot by Kasmerzak. Won't go. Rebound that time comes out to Diaz. Diaz running a gun and fakes it, goes up himself. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the line shooting 2. So neither one of these teams afraid to run. And Jim, I think that the first charging foul that we're going to see, the defensive player is going to get buried into the paint.
Yeah, that's they're gonna run, and that's Kasmerzak's first foul of the afternoon.
In and out, the first shot goes. I believe it was Kasmerzak and Vandergrift were just named to the all-tournament team that they played in Baltimore, Maryland. Congratulations to them. They missed both free throws now, and now a full court pressure applied, and it's stolen away. Acosta comes up with a ball after the full court press. So they change at a moment's notice. That's what a Bill Limoncelli's team will do. Outside 3 won't go. And boy, that was lucky that time, Jim.
Yeah, I thought that ball was off on. I thought it was off on John Black, but it touched off the stomach of the Red Baron player.
Yep. And bounding the ball. There's another trip, another aggressive defensive play here. They get it knocked out. Officials, Jim?
Well, the officials today, the head official today is Jeff Krupka. And our other two today are Derek Hill and Don Goller. So an experienced crew today.
Joseph now into the paint, gets a swatted from behind. Here comes 2-on-1. There's a bounce pass, intercepted in there by Johnson. Now he gets a way up. Here's a 2-on-0, and up and off the glass and in. Risha, maybe he changed his name. We'll call him John Black for the moment. We'll wait and see if we can get an interpretation as we go along. But now the Thunderwolves with a lead, and an errant air ball goes up, and coming down with it is Johnson. Johnson on the attack, in transition, stops. They get it out to Kazrazak. Kazrazak's going to get it up on the top of the perimeter. They're going to set up a play. Over to Kazrazak on a near side. There's a nice play in by Vandergriff. He goes into the paint. He gets hammered. He comes up, and his feet come off the ground. And they're going to call...
Feet were out of bounds on the Red Baron player, Niagara ball.
Who touched the ball. That's a good call. When you see both feet come off the floor, that would have been a travel violation on Vandergriff. Back outside. Big shot goes up and in. There's Vince Kazrazak makes that look easy. He is a master of the baseline. You have to keep your eye on him, and he gets the baseline. He has great baseline moves.
Got a real smooth jump shot. Oh, and there's another kick. We got a soccer game going out here, Jim. I think that's our fourth kick here since.
Yeah, we do.
4.5 minutes in.
Well, Coach Beeline has put together a good group of returning sophomores, and with a very good recruiting freshman class here, an exciting brand of basketball out at Niagara County Community College. And the T-Wolves, they lead by 3, 7-4, but the Red Barons with the ball. Acosta gets it taken away, 2-on-1. Has a nice quick hands. There's Black off the glass, won't go. He fouls his own rebound, tips it up and in. Back out to the top of the perimeter there. This little roll can't go. There's a rebound underneath, can't go with a tip. There's a block in there now as he gets the second rebound. Finally, a loose ball is picked up there by Kramer. Kramer goes around and in.
Nate Acosta so far, he's got all 6 of the points here for the Red Barons.
Watch that. He looked to see if he had a baseline. Good job on defense by Johnson to take the baseline away. Now into the game here is Zed. Zed with a big move down low. Gets it back out. Kazmarzik thought about it, works it down low. Turn around, can't go. We're going to foul on a play.
There we go. We got a foul.
There's Tripp. Tripp is in the house. 9-6. The Thunder Wolves lead. Inbounding the ball will be Daewon Bohannon out of Corcoran High School. Very familiar with Corcoran High School I am in the Syracuse area. There's a quick hands there of Johnson knocking it in. Kazrazak goes into the paint, and an alley-oop around the glass, rolls it up and in.
Boy, great body control right there. He shifted his body in the air, went around the defender, still got the scoop, and puts it home for his 4th point.
Yeah, there's a problem with Corning coming out with that. They're going to have a foul there. And what happens is, Jim, Corning came out with a full court press. Billy Beeline says, okay, they had a little bit of a problem with it. Not much, but a little bit, And he says, you don't want us to full court press you this early. He said, decides to turn the tables and does that. And, Billy's team has always been a very, wherever he coaches is very good defensive teams, and he knows how to press. And I'll tell you what, this team that he has out here on the floor, they're pretty quick.
Yeah, they are. They come out here, and defense will win you games. Obviously you got to put it in the bucket, but the defense, you shut the other team down, you will win the game.
Well, like you said, Nate Acosta, number 5, has all 6 points for the Red Barons, and the timeout on the floor is to talk about just how to break that press. Is exactly what they're going to do. Kazmierzak and Black both have 4 apiece, and a 1 3-pointer to open the contest by Lorenzo Joseph is their scoring to date. There's the cheerleaders. Tripp eating something, some pom-poms from his bodyguard. There you see. Tripp gets a bodyguard in here, Jim. I think we ought to have one too sometimes.
He gets an escort to take him around the gym. Yeah, we're coming out of the timeout here.
Nate Butel from the newspaper on the other side here in attendance. Head coach Grand Island. Men's basketball team. Now, substitutions in there for the T-Wolves. Oh, nice little move there. Gets it back, unselfish, puts it up, can't get it to go. Johnson thought he had an easy one. That was a great pass from Azetta. There's a jumper that away. That goes. It'll not get down. So Bohannon gets the bucket, the freshman. Johnson comes up, gets it to Kazmierzak. Kazmierzak makes that patented move. He's going to get a reach-in foul, I believe. And I believe it's going to be on 31. We'll wait and see Joel Kramer. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be T-Wolves ball. Kazmierzak will inbound for the Thunderwolves. Number 33.
No announcement made, but I think the foul actually was on Robert Chambers.
It could be, Jim. It was two of them were.
Everybody was in there.
There's an outside jumper off the front of the rim. And there's going to be a travel call. Travel call against Corning that time as, boy, good pressure on the rebound. And
I thought they were calling the foul there.
It looked like it, but boy, I'll tell you, he had to have happy steps. Long distance three, rattles off the glass and goes in. TJ McCraig answers with a 3 and puts the T-Wolves up by 6. Chambers now into the game, gets it down low into the thing, gets it back. Oh, the trap was on, and they worked it down low. Good job by the defense. Good swift moving defense. And there's a bucket by Kramer as he gets on the board with a nice baseline jumper. There you see number 31, Chambers getting back into the action. He's out there guarding Johnson now. That's a big task in itself. Oh, dish off. Thought about the 3 on the outside. A la Ibibi. I see. Now, another block on top. 12 seconds on a shot clock. A little pick and go, and we're going to get a foul underneath. Twidozi Udell is going to the line shooting 2.
Easy for you to say.
Nah, I'm not sure if we got these names right here. We'll find out, though. Off the back iron. Tremel Fisher I have down as 21 on this newest one. And that is Jacob Hughes knocks down the second one. Try to get these names straightened out a little bit on this thing. There's a trap, comes up. Kazmierzak knocks it away. He's going to come under diving for it. It'll come up. Finally, manhandle there is Joseph, and he's going to get hammered. And good job on defense, sacrificing the body down there.
Number 20, Jerome Jones is first.
All right, we're just trying to get some things figured out here. There's been some jersey changes and a few other changes here to some rosters that we were not given before the game started, so we apologize for that. Wide open jump shot there by Kazmierzak, and he just drained it.
Kazmierzak.
So, and here we go. Red Barons bringing the ball up, send it in the middle, lost control. Wide open down at the other end. Lorenzo Joseph with the scoop.
That's 5 for him. As Horning inbounds the ball, the full court press is on there. You're right, Jim. We do have the names wrong. I believe Tremel Fisher is the 21. We'll check that. And number 40, Jacob Hughes. So some number changes there. We'll try to get it up to
That's
stuff here. Is black. We'll have number 41. Kazmierzak picks up his second personal foul. He'll probably get a substitute coming in now with 11:09 to go. He did not want to pick that foul up, and even though the 10-point lead, that's a huge blow to the Thunderwolves.
There you can see the score. The Thunderwolves have come out shooting hot here so far. Take a quick 10-point lead here in the first half.
There it goes. Kramer gets the second one to go. 20-11. Trying to get it in. Full court pressure now by the Red Barons. Both teams have long benches, have good benches, not afraid to run and gun and push and press. Oh, there's a bounce pass going in. Oh, one up for the dunk, but it was knocked away on the way up. That looked like Jordan Green had a wide open spot. Excuse me, Charles Jones.
Foul number 15, Connor Vandergriff.
Connor Vandergriff with his first foul.
No, that ball gets tossed away. Zigged when they should have zagged, and now Thunderwolves with a 9-point lead will have possession of the ball, and they're going to still call for the full court press. Chizotti, Udeza right gets it off there. There's a running one-hander by Johnson. Johnson gets his first bucket of the evening. Double them up now, 22-11. Corning come out pressing. Billy Beeline turned the tables and says we'll do some press of ourselves, and when he's done that, that's when the Thunderwolves have gone out to a big lead. Now, off of the miss, Joseph gets the rebound. He comes coast to coast. He stops, waits, thought about it on the outside, gets it back to the outside, back to Johnson. Isaiah now making a move. The pair of fives working against each other. Now, on the top, that's Udeza. Udeza with a running one-hander. He'll be fouled and going to the line.
Foul number 31.
From Martin Van Buren High School in Queens, New York, number 50, Chidozie Udea.
Chidozie Daisy.
Chidozie Daisy. Good look at the basket there, off of the iron. Jim will have to revamp all this scoring here, but hope the stats are working on the other side. We'll do our best. Oh,
there's a push in the back right there.
Boy,
put Vandergriff on the ground. 31.
31, Joel Kramer.
Vandergriff's trying to, well, he doesn't sell. It's going to be a 1-and-1. 7th team foul now for the Red Barons here. We still have 9:50 to go.
I just read an article on Corey Vandergriff right there. And Connor started his college career down at Hobart. And after 1 year, transferred back here. They thought maybe he was coming here last year, went to Hobart. Didn't enjoy his season there, and he came back here to join the NCCC squad.
Well, Connor gets on the board there. rattles in and out. Rebound goes to Johnson. Gets it in the hands of Acosta. Acosta with 6 of the 11 points here. There's a three-pointer, a long three-pointer on the way. Counted in there by Bohannon. Bohannon gets a three-pointer now and pulls to within 9. Udeza up there. Oh, intercepted as that ball was anticipated. And watch this. Here we go. Coast to coast. Lay it up and in. 5 quick points right there by Bohannon. He has 7 on the afternoon. Coming up the near sideline there. No problem getting by the defender. Tries to draw the double team. He does. Joseph, you try to draw that double team, Jim, and then dish it out. That time there, didn't finish up on it. Charles Jones now gets it down, and there's a nice quick pass underneath. And Dozy Udeza is going to go to the line shooting 2.
Number 24, DeJuan Bohannon is first.
DeJuan Bohannon picks up his first foul.
Dozy Daisy.
Left it just a little bit short on the front of the iron.
So if I have this right, I cross off those 2 by Black, get him on to Fisher.
Jordan Green's going to take a seat on the bench. And coming in for him is Mel Fisher back in the game.
Yeah, Fisher goes back in the game. He has 21, no doubt about it. There's a shot from the outside. Joseph, calm, cool, and collectively just knocks down the 3. He's got his second 3 of the night. He has 8 points on the afternoon. 10-point lead. And there's Bohannon going into the lane. Players all over the floor, still on the ground. Feet are up.
Shot clock at 17.
As Acosta takes a look, gets it in the hands now. Jerome Jones in there. Dishes it to the outside, a three-pointer on the way. That's short. Fouls it up, though, and knocked away from behind by Isaiah Johnson. Isaiah Johnson needs a rest, no doubt about it. He's been all over the court. Good job, good recognition by Billy Beeline, because I don't care who you are, at that pace, you got to get some rest. And now, fresh troops in there for the Thunderwolves. Vandergrift comes back in. And Desmond Knight, let me just make sure on both rosters here. Yep. Desmond Knight comes back in, the freshman from Tapestry out of Buffalo, New York. Oh, and they're going to say on the line. That's a tough call, Jim, to say on the line from here. That was they had to be on the baseline, right?
Had to be on the baseline, but
yeah, the other fish is standing right there.
Don Goller picked that up from his perch here on the side.
Knight now. Knight picks up the dribble, gets it down. Fisher now thought about. Tremel Fisher makes a baseline move. Behind the back pass, gets it out to the top of the arc. Over here, Fisher says, I'll take it from 3. Fall away, jumper from 3. Can't go. Rebound. Oh, and a spin move taken away. That was a bad play in there by Jared Johnson from Corning. He just tried to dipsy doodle around 3 defenders and had it taken away. Jim, a nice move one-on-one maybe, but not against 3 defenders.
Not against 3. Maybe you might get by 1, maybe 2, but 3 it's not going to work, and we have another kick. So Dylan Gorski coming in. Giving Joel Diaz a break. Maybe.
I'm only kidding. We apologize. We had a little change in numbers from the we did our research online, and from that to what's related into probably a young season and changing of the jerseys. Always happens in early on in the season. Acosta now will bring it up, working against Joseph. Joseph, man-to-man defense now. Vandegrift in there working against Bohannon. They get it back down here. Jones now. Jones gets it back out. There's a thought by Johnson. Johnson makes a move. It's going to be a reaching
Got him with
blocky.
the knee.
He got him with a knee going in. Wow, that's a huge call. 7:06 remaining here in the first half. You're watching the best of college basketball here and Trip Style. You can go to, we're streaming live on the World Wide Web also at www.lctv.net.
Don't know who got the credit for that last foul.
Now working the ball up for the T-Wolves. TJ McCray gets an advantage. Oh, by Kazmerzak, a nice little pass. A running one-hander by Knight. And Desmond Knight gets on the board there with a nice pass from Kazmerzak.
Yeah, I watched Kazmerzak up here last year as a freshman.
Yeah.
He was pretty exciting to watch even then. He's just that much more mature this year.
Now, into the game, number 15, Gorski's in the game for Corning. There's a pull-up jumper, jump shot. Oh, soft touch, but won't go. Kazmerzak takes it off the miss from Bohannon, and here comes quickly as Joseph dishes it out. Long distance two-pointer goes on away. Joseph in there with a land of the big boys, dishes it off. He drew the double team, and he dished it off to Tremel Fisher. And Fisher gets his third bucket of the afternoon. 14-point lead now. Blocking foul is going to be called down low against Kazmerzak as he was denied the baseline. And Kazmerzak, I believe, will be 3, right?
That's
Billy?
3 on Kazmerzak. He's going to have to sit him down.
No doubt about it. Billy Beeline wants a chance to talk to the officials, saying, how can you call 3 fouls on that guy? I like how they do that. I like how they work out. There's going to be a reaching foul on Joseph. Joseph's going to get a reaching foul. Now the fouls are starting to even up. That's a 16 foul now. One more now, and they'll be in the 1-and-1. So 5:44 to go. Both teams in the 1-and-1. The next foul for the Red Barons will put them in the double bonus. Kramer now taking a look at the top of the. Gets a nice little running one-hander. It's got to be a charge, I would think. Are they going to call? Yes, definitely a charge.
Yeah,
Sacrificing a body in there. Joseph was unbelievable there. Saw that coming, planted a feet. Good call by the officials there.
TJ McCray bringing the ball up.
Watched by Kramer. The spin move against Kramer goes up. Rebound in there by Bohannon. Bohannon now quickly comes up, working. Joseph tries to pick him up. Oh, Bohannon with a little shuttle step, dishes it off with a double team. Good job as he gets Jerome Jones on the board for the Red Barons. That's what a good player does. Oh, there's a headman pass, catching up to it. Easy layup, laying it up and in. Desmond Knight on a beautiful, nifty rebound and a double pass to free Knight.
And when we talked about it being out there and just kind of a run and gun offense, there it was. As soon as that ball came down, he was gone to the other end of the floor, and they were looking for him.
Perimeter passing now. There's a cross-court pass over to Bohannon. Bohannon reach in there by Fisher. Fisher denies Bohannon an opportunity, who dishes it off and knocks it down from the corner. I believe that was Jones, so Jones is going to pick up 4 quick points there. He pulls them to within 12. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Kazmerzak looking down in the paint. He gets it down in the paint. Dangerous pass. Wide open three-pointer on the way. That rattles the cage in and out. Oh, and a beautiful no-look pass. Good play by Desmond Knight. As he gets it down to Fisher for Fisher's 8th point. But, boy, you got to credit that to the hustle and bustle of Desmond Knight. Bohannon now making a little spin move, working against Fisher. Now over there's a three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, won't go. Rebound by TJ McCray. McCray comes running down. Kramer catches up to him. McCray gets a step. He goes in, dishes it out. After the double team, throws it up off the iron and off the clock. And
off the shot clock is what that was.
Wow, and action here. The floor is heating up. The steam is coming off of the wood on the floor.
Got a couple substitutions coming in for the Thunderwolves. We got Mark Moriel, number 34, popping in the game, and also returning here, Jacob Hughes coming back in the game.
Well, Robert Chambers now bringing it down for the Red Barons. Corning in the black. Once again, Niagara in their home white. Works it over here to the near side. Diaz puts up a three. Won't go. Nice bounce pass. Intercepted that time. Right into the game and intercepting Mark Morale. Morial into the game. Oh, that dish off move. And boy, there you have it. Big Jacob Hughes gets the bucket.
What a nice kind of no-look pass right there. He just dished it off behind his head, I think, and put it out to him.
There's a perimeter press, and they're trying to open up someone underneath. They're trying to get Kramer open down low, so finally Kramer comes down. He'll throw it out. That's run down by Chambers. Now Kramer on the baseline with a jumper. Won't go. Tipped up off the glass. Nice little spin move. That's going to go into the line. Will be Jared Johnson, the freshman from Corcoran High School. So 2 players on this team from Corcoran High School, Jim. And Corcoran High School just on the south side of, on the hill, so to speak, up from Syracuse. I grew up just below there.
In the foothills.
In the foothills. Yes, I have many friends that went on to go to Corcoran High School. Off the first miss, the second one won't go. And Tremel Fisher is right there. Tremel now with 8 points. Oh, they look back. Oh, Tremel gets the pass. Very unselfish play. Wide open three off the rim. Won't go. Big, huge rebound by Hughes. Dishes it out for the outside jumper. Can't go. A third opportunity this time. Fisher's going to get it back out here to TJ McCray, who says, let's slow it down and call a play. McCray works it down in low to Fisher. And good hustle that time in there by Joel Diaz, but it'll roll off his hand and hit the sideline. And the Thunderwolves will get the ball back with 2:23 remaining. Jim Slowey along with Jim Rhodes here, bringing you the best of college basketball action in Western New York. High school season heating up just around the corner. Stay tuned, lctv.net, programming, sports and specials. Knight now gets it back outside here. McCray's going to stop, do a little spin move, pull it back. Looking for somebody down in the paint. Nobody's there. Dishes it out to a wide open Fisher. Off the rim, won't go. Acosta comes up with it. Acosta's been quiet, but he feeds over. Nice pass in there is Jared Johnson. He gets on the scoreboard for Corning, and they're chipping away at the lead right now. There's a dish out. There's an open three on the way. Count it! Count it! Mark Morial gets the three-pointer.
Apparently he likes it from that side. He just came up short on one from the near side. He took it from the far side, and nothing but the bottom of the net.
No doubt with Marty. Everybody remembers him from Lewiston. There's a jumper, one-handed jumper, goes in. Nice job there by Johnson. Gets his 4 quick points now for Johnson. Here comes the press. They break it, no problem now. Running one-hander, count it, and in for Knight. It's his 6th point out of the afternoon. Now we're up to about 1 minute to go here in the first half. A 41-24 lead here by the explosive Thunderwolves now as they miss that ball. And I'll tell you what, good job that time by Jacob Hughes to get a hand in the face and deny the good look at the bucket. Oh, down into the paint. Hughes wanted it back. It's bouncing around. This could be a 3-on-1. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Morial back quickly. He's going to pick up the foul, and spinning around and going to the line will be Johnson. Get that, Jim, or who was it that got that? Johnson? No, it was it Acosta?
Nate Acosta picked that one up.
Well, he's looking for his 9th point then. That'll be his 4th field goal there. Boy, I'll tell you what, these guys are in shape, Jim. They've been running and gunning past us, and I don't see anybody with their hands on their knees. No huffing and puffing. Both of these coaches got both of these teams in tremendous shape here. Oh, nice little move there as they dish it off. Martin Azu into the game, number 35. Jacob now goes hard on the floor, picked up by Bohannon. Bohannon now He's going to try to come in and make a move. He gets to the top, and he's going to travel, no doubt about it. Good call. That was a collapsing defense that time. Joseph reached right in there, Jim, and then he backed off, which caused that travel.
Yeah, and his feet slid out from under him right there a little bit. And
shot clock is off, 14.2 seconds now. T-Wolves probably will go for the last chance point if they can get a quick bucket like this. Oh, up and in! Are you kidding me? How can you allow a point like that as Jacob Hughes gets his 4th point? Now, they're going to get a traveling call there. 1 second to go. Time for an alley-oop. Let's put in the big man down to the paint. You never know.
It's a catch and shoot at this point. They're going to have to hit him in stride.
Billy Beeline is going to call timeout here, a 30-second timeout with 1 second remaining. Here, he's got the chalkboard up. Why not put in the big man and try the alley-oop?
He wants to get this shot. He wants.
Now, Jim, if he can actually get it in and get a long-distance shot. Now, one of the things with a scoreboard, Jim, that doesn't have the tenths of a second on it, we go to a lot of see. You know, if you know that there's 3/10 of a second, you only have time for a tip. If you have 8/10 of a second, you got a time. You actually got a chance to grab it and shoot. But if it is 1 complete second, you got a lot of different opportunities, and that's what you got to go for. And there you see some of the members of the women's basketball program from Corning and staying here, still in attendance.
Out here, and the one thing that the Red Barons do not want to do, they want to try to deny the entry pass here, but they don't want to foul and send them because they are in the double bonus. They don't want to send them to the line.
I like this, though. They bring in big number 31, Charlie Jones, to try to tip this ball. They're going to try to get it up there and then tip it. Morreale with a turnaround, won't go, so good play drawn up by Billy. A little smile on his face. Halftime score here, you see 43-26. The hometown Thunderwolves are in the lead. You're watching the best of college men's basketball on LCTV. With Jim Rhodes, I'm Jim Slowy. We'll be back with second half action following these messages. Well, we are back, Western New York. Jim Slowy along with Jim Rhodes as we get set for college men's basketball here. Halftime score, Niagara County Community College has the 43-26 lead over the Corning Community College Red Barons. And Jim, fast-paced action in the first half. It looked like Corning was going to come out. They got a little overconfident. They were pressing, they were running and gunning. They got off to a quick early lead, and then Coach Beeline called the timeout and seemed to put the Thunderwolves in a different gear. And from like the 4-minute mark into the game till the end, they just were very relentless, took good shots, and here we are.
Yeah, they came out here, and the Thunderwolves came out and shot 52.9% from the floor in the first half. They were 18 of 34. Including 5 of 13 from three-point land. So in Corning, they came out shooting the lights out themselves, 12 of 25. They had 48%. They just can't get the open looks. They haven't had as many shots. So, and they trail here by 17 as we enter into the second half.
Well, one of the things, Jim, I looked at here is two of the bench points, 25-11. The Thunderwolves lead. The first half scoring, rounding out for the Niagara Community College, tied for both scorers. Tremel Fisher and Lorenzo Joseph each with 8. Vince Kazmerzak with 7. 6 by Desmond Knight. 5 by Jacob Hughes. 3 apiece by T.J. McCray and Mark Morreale. And 2 by Johnson, 1 by Vandergrift, and I believe I have 1 for Udeze. So that's the scoring. We'll get you the Corning scoring in a moment as the game progresses now. Let's see how each coach did it in halftime. Jim, I was just going to ask you, we got a call down there. I believe it was before the shot. It will be before the shot. Jim, and Nate Acosta with 8. Bohannon has 7. Jared Johnson, Jerome Jones each with 4, and Joel Kramer with 3. That's the scoring for Corning. There's a little Acosta with a little move, and he gets it back. He's going to go coast to coast and try anyways. Good defense that time in there by Vandegrift, and they're going to get it, headband the ball up quickly. Joseph, like he started the first half, he starts the second half. He got hammered after he did that, but he has 3 3-pointers on the afternoon, and Jim, that's how we started the first half with a 3-pointer by Lorenzo Joseph.
It was a great look there by Vince Kazierzak. Saw him up in the corner on the far side. Oh. And right there, Isaiah Johnson just got called for reaching in on that. He doesn't agree with the call, but I don't think that matters.
Well, you know what? I didn't either. And one thing you can't do, you can't get upset at the official. You can get upset and look down on the floor. Just don't look at the official in the eyes when he makes that call. And that's what Johnson did. You got to be careful of that. Very good competitor. Joseph now with a pass in there, and he gives it back. There's unselfish play, and that's what happened to the Thunderwolves at the beginning, and that's when Beeline, called the timeout, Jim. And it's nice to be unselfish sometimes, but if you have the open look, go ahead and take it. And I think that's where it turned around.
Yeah, you just got to go. And Joel Diaz was expressing his displeasure with the call to the official. Turned a deaf ear to it.
Tremel Fisher gets the first of 2.
Fan favorite here in the gym because every time he's got the ball and goes in, it's usually quite an ovation he picks up.
Kazierzak just tips out the rebound. Get it back out. Joseph will set things up. Nice little bounce pass through a double team to Joseph. Pull-up jumper won't go. Acosta with a rebound quickly for Corning on the move. Oh, they're going to go in, put it up. Players go down on the floor. No call there. It'll go off the feet of Connor Vandegrift, and it'll be the Red Barons ball. Boy, I'll tell you what, Coach Bill Limoncelli not happy over there. There was contact underneath. He's lobbying for the call his way, obviously. There's a 3-pointer on the way. That circles the cage and goes in, and Joel Diaz, who's played very good defensively, gets his first bucket of the afternoon. Now Johnson now working down there, try to get it to Vandegrift. Tries to save it, but right into the hands of Acosta. 3-on-1 by Corning. There's a block by Kazierzak, and then Kramer comes up with a rebound, but gets forced out of bounds, and it'll be end-trip ball. I believe, Jim, if you would have saw a bucket there, you would have had a timeout, quick timeout by Billy Beeline, just the way the first half. There's the trap. Boy, good job by Johnson to get out of the trap, and good job by Kazierzak to stay put and help out. Kazierzak now a little spin move and a jumper. And that's what you want out of one of your better players, Jim. Both times, first half, second half, you want to get that little sweat started at the beginning, running down the back of your neck, get them involved in the play early. That sets the tone for the whole half, I'm telling you.
He's such a smooth shooter. He just goes in there, and we saw him last year. He was a streaky shooter, too. He'd run off 6-8 in a row. Then he'd go cold for a bit. So, and if he's hot now, get him the ball.
That's tipped into the corner. Trying to run it down is Joseph. Good job by Johnson. Johnson down there in the land of the Giants. He knew he couldn't grab that rebound, Jim. Smart play by trying to tip it over to his teammate, but it just went awry. 20-point lead now, 29-49 is the score here with 17 and a half minutes to go. Nate Acosta now over to the side to Diaz. Quick perimeter passing. I like to see this. It usually opens up the middle. They get it down on the baseline. Kramer makes the baseline move, goes up off the glass, can't get it to go. Here comes Acosta on a follow-up. Acosta's going to get his own rebound, put it back up off the glass, and then Nate Acosta with some good hard work gets the bucket, Jim. And on there, just like that, all the way down. And here comes, off of the miss to Vandegrift. Somehow Robinson didn't get it to go, but Isaiah Johnson was down there, couldn't get it to go. We'll get a timeout on the floor here with 17:05 to go, and there you see in the white yellow shirt Billy Beeline here talking with his troops. Yes, he is the nephew of Michigan head coach John Beeline. And he's also spent time. Now, this is his resume. He spent time as the boys' junior varsity high school coach at Lewiston, assistant coach at Bennett High School, graduate assistant and a coach at University of Mobile, and as assistant coach at New Paltz. He also spent the last 6 seasons also coaching AAU. The Harbor Hoopsters, and so he knows how to coach. He is a scholar of the game, and he is into it. We got a chance to talk to him, Jim, before the game, and he is really into this team and into this, obviously, into the sport.
Oh, he loves the competition that's here, and he's got, now that he's building a program where the names are starting to show up and the talent level is just increasing every year.
Calm, cool, and collectively. Now, there's Joseph with his first free throw to go along with 3 threes and a field goal. And gets the hometown iron to squeeze that one in. Here comes Acosta. He beats a double team, gets into the paint, and he loses the pass, and Joseph picks it up. He has a triple team on him right now, and Acosta will come away with it, and they're going to get Joseph on the foul, Jim. And one of the things that happens, even though I'm a good, aggressive player, and I used to be like that myself, and, when you go down and you get the ball taken away from you and then you come back, it's easy for an official to call that. You got to watch yourself on the return down the floor after getting stolen away because, obviously you're not happy, and you can let your hands get away from you. That's what happened right there.
They see it as a retaliation call almost, and it's not.
Right.
It's just your style of play.
Wow, that was a huge, you're way up as Jared Johnson. And we're going to get a foul. See right there. Johnson lost the ball. And away comes Isaiah Johnson, Jim. And I'll tell you what, as Johnson picks up his third, though, but there he goes. He reaches in after the steal, gets called for the foul. Easy call by the officials. As players, we don't ever recognize that until we're probably officiating in later life.
You get smarter when you get older.
Yeah, I guess sometimes you do. Nice jumper there, a little move on there. That's a 2-pointer. We're going to get a timeout, I believe. Oh, no. Officials timeout. Is there some bumping going on there? Who knocked that one down, Jim? That was Joseph, right?
That was Joseph.
Or was it Johnson?
No, Johnson.
No,
sorry.
Johnson knocked that down. Was that 2 or 3?
That was a 2.
Okay. So Johnson knocks down the 2-pointer. There's a turn. Nobody in the paint. Turns it around. Good job by the Niagara defense not allowing anybody in the paint. And now they can come with it. T.J. McCray comes up with a rebound, working against Kramer in a double and a triple team. And now Diaz comes up. He gets by them all, dishes it off. And boy, this basketball 101. Fisher gets his into double digits, and he gets his first points of the second half. And there's a throwaway right there by the Red Barons. We're going to get a substitution on that throw. They're going to bring Bohannon back in the game. No doubt about it. There you see Billy Beeline. Went to SUNY Oswego.
Up on the lake.
Talking about basketball 101, Jim. This is tremendous what you can see this team doing. And one of the things you do as a good basketball player, when you start working in transition and then you get going, you work down there, you try to draw the double team, and then you dish the ball off when the player commits to you for an easy bucket. And we've seen that so many times. And there's a block. It goes out of bounds. It'll be the Red Barons ball. Jim, very similar to soccer in that way. We're talking. Even in an indoor game, outdoor game, if you can draw the double team, give up the ball. You got to know when to give the ball up.
Yeah, someone's open. If you draw a double, there is somebody open, and you just have to have the vision to find them.
Right. Now, Acosta calling the signals. Full shot clock here. Bohannon, who had a very, very good first half. Acosta makes a move. We're going to get a reach-in foul. Now Johnson picks up 2 quick fouls here. And he, again, looks and smiles at the referee with a 24-point lead. I don't think he could. Was that a second foul or a
That was his second foul.
Okay, well, he's got probably one to play with in the coach's book. Nice job stepping in there by Vandergriff. And Bohannon quickly back. Gets it up to Acosta. Acosta's going to pull up jumper. See, and that's what you do. No black shirts underneath, but now they come up with it. Kramer's going to go up there, swat at the ball, and boom, I just said there, Johnson picks up his 3rd quick foul of the second half. In the first 5.5 minutes, he picks up 3 fouls. Billy Beeline, hey, he's going to teach him a lesson. Let him go.
Never look down the bench. He's not looking for a substitution. Let him play.
Yep.
Of course, he's sitting here now with a 24-point lead, and well, now we have a substitution up.
Well, Joseph will come in. I know he's kind of waiting. Kramer will get go to the line, make the second one. Now, there comes that full court press again, broken easily. Joseph now into the forecourt. Somebody's open. They're going to get a foul from behind as Vandergriff went strong to the hoop. And looks like Jacob.
Foul number 32, Jacob Clea.
Clea is going to get the foul. Yes, he will.
I think this is Vandergriff's second trip to the line today. 1 of 2 the first time.
Connor and you get the combination of Connor and Vince down low. They both work the baseline very well, and they complement each other so well down there. And then it just opens up the game for everybody else. It really does, especially when your big men, Jim, can have vision and can dish out and aren't afraid to give up the ball as those 2 guys are. This is a very exciting team here.
Those teams are usually successful. The ones that'll share the ball, there is only one out there, and if they're willing to share it, it goes a long ways to putting some wins on the board.
Now, I was just going to say one and done, but Kramer just made me eat my words right there. Joel Kramer gets the bucket on the rebound, but their perimeter passing is you're just going to have a one and done, and there's a good body shield in there by Vandergriff as he gets the easy bucket. I mean, it was a hard bucket, but he made it look easy. Good defense by Kazmierzak, and Joseph comes up with a loose ball. Down in the low, taking a look at the paint, and Kramer's grabbing onto his arm, and you can't argue about that one. That foul you cannot argue with. When you reach for the ball and you grab elbow and you hold on to it, that's a foul.
Well, in some leagues, so that's Joel Kramer's 3rd foul, and they're going to immediately jump him out of the game.
No doubt. TJ McRae will inbound the ball to Kazmierzak, quickly around to Joseph. Joseph gets it out on the outside. There's Knight. Knight back into the game. Works it down. Vandergriff puts it on the floor. Takes a look. Tried to hit the runner. Knight couldn't do it. McRae now tries to get Acosta. Acosta with quick hands goes off the glass, and that's the man that can bring him back. If there's anybody that can, he has 12 on the afternoon, and he is a spitfire on both on offense and defense. I'd love to have 5 Nate Acostas on my team. Joseph from the outside. Oh, off the rim, can't go, but there's Vandergriff with a rebound off the glass and count it, and fouled from behind. Connor Vandergriff with tremendous rebounding right there, and the ability to go up off the glass with a left hand, Jim, means so much.
Oh, Vandergriff, he's put 6. He's had 1 point coming in right before he got that last foul set of foul shots there. He's quickly put 6 more on the board. He's up to 7 points, and right here he could make that 8.
Goes off there. See Jack Blanche in attendance here, and here's daughter Katie going to off to college now, taking time off of coaching. He's with his son PJ, thinking about maybe where they're going. Little hustle and bustle there. That's Jamie Hill. He's got to watch out for an intentional foul there because that foul goes just like we talked about before, Jim. We're going to get a timeout on the floor, I think. No, maybe not. They're going to talk about it. Jim, when we did the UB game the other day, one of the things there was a foul down below, and the new thing in the NCAA Division I, anyways, they have monitors. They have to have their own monitoring system, and any foul that could be considered maybe over the edge or flagrant or whatever is reviewable, and they did that, and to see if it was intentional. If there's intent in there, there's a warning and then an ejection. And if it's really conclusive intent, it's an ejection right away. So it's going to clean up the game a lot, I believe. Turnaround jumper goes short. And McCray is in there. He gets double teamed, and he gets hammered. Now, I'll tell you what, I like this. Coach Bill Lyman-Selly, Jim's over there telling him, what you do when you got him trapped. You don't run into him. You just stand there with your hands up, and you can't get by you. But when you move the feet and force the player out of bounds or force him to move or take a step, that's a foul.
You'll get called with the push, or you're going to get a reach in, or something's going to happen. Just hold your position, hold your ground. But I guess that's easier to do when you're sitting in a chair. So.
I think these officials have done great with their calls so far here. 9 fouls against the Red Barons. 5 team fouls for Billy Beeline's Thunderwolves. There's Acosta. Nice job there by Hughes to stand his ground. He'll get the rebound too. He's a big man in the paint. Oh, quickly out there. Joseph's going to make a little spin move. He uses the right hand on the left-hand side. Not what you really are taught to do, but gets it to work anyways. And
he stuck that ball out. He gave it a flash, pulled it back, and just changed hands with it and put it up.
Bohannon from the far side. He knocks down the 3. DeJuan Bohannon gets in there. That's his first bucket, Jim, I think, of the second half. Is that right?
I believe it is.
He looks like he's been in a battle. He has that patch over the left eye. Now it's double time. 12 minutes, Jim, and 1 second to go. We're in a double bonus. So every foul committed now by Corning will send a Thunderwolf to the line.
Yeah, set up 2 shots every time there's a foul now.
TJ rattles the first one in and out.
TJ unofficially with 3 points on the afternoon.
Oh, telling one of the I believe one of the teammates on there in injury reserve getting a little bit too rambunctious there. That'll give an opportunity, though, for his teams to get in for his teammates to get in for a rebound. They had left an open lane there. And now McCray says, I don't need it. I'll probably make the next one. He won't, though. And the rebound will go to Clay. Here come the Red Barons trying to inch their way back into this game. There's a shot goes awry. McCray tries to fight for it. It's brought up, down into the paint, up and in. Nice job in that time by number 23, Jamie Hill. And he gets on the line for his first points of the evening. TJ McCray with the ball now, working with a 22-point lead. 11:25 remaining in the second half. Joseph now over there to Knight. Knight with a jumper. That was tipped. But right there, Johnny on the spot. Jacob Hughes. Hughes makes it a good one.
The big man down low.
He can really fill that paint, and he plays well. What a good athlete. There's a running one-hander. Oh, that just can't go. That's just a bad break by for the Red Barons. Here comes Joseph. 3 black shirts. Hold it up, Lorenzo. He does. And he gets it over to McCray. I got a 3. He puts it up there, and he saw, McCray knocks down the 3, Jim. And one of the things with McCray, he looked down there. He had 2 white shirts. I mean, when you got Jacob Hughes down there in the paint, why not give it up? Put it up, you know?
Sure. The rebounding is there. I mean, he's a big guy. He's got good hands.
There's a nice jumper there as Clea gets on the board. Now Hughes with quick hands. He comes up with a ball. He gets it over. Joseph now puts it up. It won't go. You know, and he look, he saw Kasperzak down there, so he decided to put up the jumper. Kasperzak made every attempt to try to get it. And now a 25-point comfortable lead by the Thunderwolves.
And a lot of substitutions coming into the game right now. Some guys that haven't been on the court yet this afternoon. Martin Arzu is going to put it in.
There we go. Hughes, doesn't miss very many of those. That was a good pass. Joseph's going to get caught for stepping on the line. I tell you what, Jamie Hill has picked up the physical play on the side of the Red Barons. Got to be careful now. You don't want the officials. This is a point, Jim, where you know the game is. One team is really, really shining on the floor offensively, and you don't want to see. You want to keep control of the game with the whistles now, so it doesn't get out of control when the tempers start flaring.
Yeah, you want to let them play as much as you can, but.
Wow, Hughes goes way up over his shoulders, and you see how he keeps them hands way up in the air. That's a lot of practice. Big men keep them hands in the air. You can't get the ball. He's strong too. Now Arzu into the game. He gets to take it away. Bohannon's gonna go. He's looking to go coast to coast. Makes a little dipsy doodle move. Rolls it up off the glass and in. Dewan Bohannon. I think he's got 12 on the.
Yeah, I was just going to say he's got 12 points in there.
Joseph now makes a quick move. He's going to go to the glass, put it up off the glass, won't go. Hughes knocks it away, but the Red Barons come up with it. Bohannon, oh no, excuse me, there's a spin move there. Goes in. You're going to count it as Gerard Johnson gets his first points of the second half, and he's going to go to the line with a chance for a three-point play out of Syracuse, New York. Red Barons and Coach Bill Lamoncelli there have done some recruiting. New York, they have a couple people from New York and another from the Bronx, Elmont, New York, Mansfield, Pennsylvania, Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Timeout on the floor is called. You're watching the best of college men's basketball under the direction of Phil Sarnicki out in the truck. Rich Zapp back at the studio. Number of cameramen in attendance and ladies, and take a look at the credits. Again, if you want a copy of this game, you can go to lctv.net, go to a little icon on there to press on. You can get yourself a copy of this game to last forever, and something nice to have 20 years down the line, something that we didn't have, and something that keeps us motivated doing what we do, right, Jim?
Absolutely. You go out there and there's so many we've talked to other coaches from other colleges even that have been in the area and just say we just don't have anything like this in our area to make this an option for us. So.
Now I tell you what, we talked to a lot of the players and they go on recruiting trips all over. I mean, even Reggie Witherspoon tells me he carries a copy of one of the games we did with him to show his recruits what they're stepping into. So, nice job by LCTV and making sure you take a chance to look at the credits after the end of the game. Down low into the paint now. Little dipsy doodle move in there by Fisher. Going to get it, fouled up by the rebound. And Chiwedozie Udeh is gonna go to the line and try to get on the board here. I have him unofficially for 1 point. Officially, I don't think they had him for one. I had him for one in the first half. You did too, Jim, I think.
I did as well, and he's got one foul here in the second half. And we're going to go to a 30-second timeout.
Yep, Corny will call the timeout, and no, it's going to be a full timeout because the players are taking a seat on the bench. Nope. There you get a chance to see the coaching staff of Bill Lamoncelli, George Batroni, and Jerry DeFlippo. Not the local Jerry DeFlippo, but as everybody will know, we didn't think that he's back into coaching now, but And Trip, the Thunder Wolf, is in attendance here with the cheerleaders. There's Trip. We're in the background there, and here's the cheerleaders trying to get the crowd on hand. Big crowd here. Saturday afternoon, Jim, and a big crowd here. You know, students are not on campus, but a big crowd.
Yeah, we've been in here for some weeknight games, and there's not a spot to be had in the gym here on a weeknight game. They tend to hang around after school and wait for the games to happen.
No doubt about it. You talked about Corning going from all over. You look at what Coach Beeline has done here too, and we talked to, Bob McEwen about all that and the housing that's here. 2 from Queens, 1 from Bronx, 1 down from New Shell, Middle, Norwalk, Connecticut, Lexington, New York, and then the locals from Buffalo, Niagara Falls, Lewiston, as we mentioned, and Middleport. Now, 68-47 is the score. Exactly 9 minutes remaining in the game. First one rattles in and out. Chiwadozi trying to concentrate there. Gets the second one to go, no doubt about it.
So if he didn't have 1 point earlier, he does now.
Yeah, he's on the scoreboard officially. Bohannon saves it. Oh, stepping in there. Martin Arzu, and he knocks it away. Good anticipation by Martin, but it gets knocked away, and it'll be Corning's ball.
Now this Corning team, Jim, in the games they've played so far, they got beat pretty badly in their first one, 68-35. But in their other games, they've scored 60, 78, 81, and 76.
Wow, they know how to score.
So it's a team that knows how to score, and they've got the offensive power. But I don't know if it's a testament to the defense here of NCCC or if it's just they're having an off-shooting night.
Isaiah Johnson shields the body, uses the body, works toward the middle of the iron, and then goes to the right for the layup and easy play. There's something, that layup right there by Johnson, you could take that and run it in slow motion and watch how he moves the defender right off away from the basket, and then he just makes the one step to the basket and makes it count. That's how you execute a fast break. Nice running fast break there. Johnson gets a bucket of his own. He has 8 on the evening. I'm saying evening, sometimes afternoon. It's hard for me to get the time straight, Jim.
Could be 3 in the morning if you're watching this game. So.
You're right.
So.
I guess it really doesn't matter.
And that's one thing. These games do get rebroadcast quite a bit throughout the next week to 10 days, 2 weeks. But go on to lctv.net, go to programming, and take a look at it and see when they're going to be rebroadcast, and catch a game when it's convenient for you.
Absolutely. You see, Coach Beeline actually, Coach Beeline is a coach. Coach Beeline, and we're going to get a hard foul called down low. It'll turn the ball over without even going into the. We'll see who the
number 5, Isaiah
Johnson. That's going to be his 4th foul, no doubt about it. You can't do that. You know what? And that goes back. I hate to say this, Jim. It might go back into when you're looking in the eyes of the referee after the foul. You know what I mean?
However, that's the 7th foul, so I'm not sure why they didn't pick up a 1-and-1 in that situation.
You're
Jim.
right. Absolutely, Jim. Oh, it wasn't even in play yet. Ball wasn't on the court.
Okay.
Get around. I was making a mention of the fact as they're going in, is Arzu going to go in there. Hughes now with a huge rebound off the glass and in. Count it. Jacob, he gets his 9th point, looking to go into the double digits. But one of the things that step out there, Billy Beeline, not only is a coach, head coach, he coaches these kids. John Vanderbosch, Keith Hack, Mike Corby, that whole group. They got a great group of core of coaches over there that coach these players.
I was just taking a look at some of the stats that we were provided, and Jacob Hughes, he's averaging 5.2 per game. He currently sits at 8 points on the evening.
He's above his average. Now Chambers back in the game after a long rest on the bench for the Red Barons. Goes down low. Kazmierzak with an easy rebound. 4 white shirts under there come up with the ball. Joseph now gets it out. There's a baseline jumper on the way. One-handed runner that time by Martin Arzu, and he gets on the board, Jim. Boy, a lot of number of players in the scoring column for these Thunderwolves.
Yeah, there's 11 different players on the score sheet in this game.
Are you kidding me? And there's a three-pointer, the second one of the night by Joel Diaz. Arzu now working one-on-one. Ball goes to the floor. It'll be turnover time. And looking to check into the game, Jim, is big number 31, Charles Jones, will enter the game. He'll go in and give Jacob Hughes a very well-deserved rest on the bench. Two-shot foul coming up here, 6:17 to go. Jim, seems like these last 3 minutes have taken an eternity to run off the clock.
Number 50, Josie Days second.
I'll tell you what.
Nate Acosta just drained that one. Gives him 13 for the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with his play. As I said before, he is all over the place. Knocks in the second one as well. Oh, there it is. That's how you work side to side, in and out, and you get it down for the easy bucket. That's where you use every inch of the court from sideline to sideline to open up the court without the ball touching, Jim, the floor. Without the ball touching the floor. You practice that. You wonder why, and that's why you practice it. You can score in a matter of, 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's real quick, and that's how you break the trap. You pass. You pass around the trap.
Arzu for 3. Arzu makes it happen. Another 3 on the way. Count it that time for Diaz. That's his third three-pointer, and when that happens, you're only a point away from double digits. We know our math. Going to get a foul on the play, and going to the line will be Kazmierzak, and a wholesale change. 5 players standing on a bench waiting to come into the game for the Red Barons. There you see head coach Bill Limoncelli. Not happy with the way his team has performed, but you got to realize, Bill, that the team you're facing, very, very good team. Very deep on the bench. Good job by the whole coaching staff over there. And
yeah, and what I mentioned earlier, I mean, they can put some points on the board. They're averaging up there in the 70s for a lot of their games. So for the most part, they had one slip there. But you put 70 points on the board. They're sitting here today at 57 with 5 minutes to go. You see Kazmierzak quietly knock his 10th point down.
Now, 24-point lead now, a couple dozen in the lead. Oh, almost a travel there, but they dish it out for the three-pointer on the way. The crowd in the thing, they're going to say it hit the clock. Boy, but they give it to him.
They gave him that.
Yeah, that the ball looked like it changed direction after it did at the base of the clock, but Kazmierzak doesn't win that argument. And here comes Bohannon. Bohannon's got a lead in the charge. He dishes it off and puts it in. Timeout, no doubt about it, as Johnson quickly goes in. Who got that? Bohannon got that off the
Bohannon off the iron.
Off of the glass. I didn't mark that down. I believe Bohannon. That's 14 points for him, and Johnson quickly he gets into double digits. So the Red Barons can have 4 players in double digits here, and they still trail by 19. Jim, double-digit scores for the Thunderwolves. Fisher, help me out if I'm wrong. Fisher, I believe, has 11. Lorenzo Joseph is 3'6", 9, 10, 11 in 4:15. Double digits. Kazmierzak,
Also with 10.
10.
I've got Hughes out there with 8 today. I've got 7 for Vandergriff and 6 for TJ McRae and 8 more for Isaiah Johnson. You go down the list.
And 7 for Arzu. Arzu just came in, and Arzu's got 7 points in 7 minutes.
Yeah, so there's a lot of points being distributed all over the floor.
Yeah, you look at that. Kazmierzak still talking about that bucket off of the clock. And I think somebody inadvertently hit a buzzard. And that brings a smile to everybody's face, including the coaches, the referees, and the announcers.
Everybody at the table's got a smile on their face saying it wasn't me.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. Oh, there's the tee. You talked about the tee. It was coming.
That was Jared Johnson's 4th personal. Then he picks up the tee on top of it.
He's going to be teed. And you know what happened was he was frustrated because you saw Udeza lose control of the ball. And when you're a good defender, you think that you can have that ball so easily. And he tried to reach and he missed it. Udeza comes up with the ball, and then he commits the foul, didn't like it, said something to the official. And that's, I like Mark Morelli making him pay for it. Anytime you see a tee, I love to see him make those shots.
Well, now we've got to have the shooter come in then for the foul.
The only tees, Jim, that should be made that are good are on coaches. I've listened to coaches talk. I've listened to them speak. I know a lot of them. You know, sometimes they'll get up there and they'll actually know when is a good time to pump up their team by taking a technical foul. And they'll do that once in a while. And I heard a story the other day about one of the coaches that was trying to do that, and the official was reluctant to call a technical foul. Finally, he had no recourse to do it, and the coach went up to him and he says, "I wanted you to call that 3 minutes ago." But you got to control it. I think these officials have done a great job so far here this afternoon.
Oh, they've done a great job. And again, the 3 guys are Jeff Krupka, Derek Hill, and Don Dollar. So, we should mention their names. They have done a nice job.
Yeah, you're an official, a referee, a soccer extraordinaire, you don't get the recognition sometimes. And those guys should. When you got a good, clean, smooth game going on, you should get that recognition.
It's actually best when you're not even noticed. Control the game, do what you got to do, but you shouldn't be part of it. You shouldn't make yourself part of the game.
Yeah, well, now Nate Acosta will go to the line shooting another free throw. He'll knock it in. 4:14 remaining here in the game. And Isaiah will get the ball. Down in the corner. Oh, Morelli thought about it. Kazmierzak's out there. They're going to spread out this. I love how they spread out. See, Billy Beeline coach team uses every inch of this court. I love it. They're out here. See this? Out here on the far side is Arzu. That opens up the middle. And there we go. You work it around. You wait. You're patient. You're patient. You're patient. And then Charles Jones gets on the board. And we have over a dozen players on the scoreboard for Bill Beeline's Thunderwolves. Shot goes off, looking for the foul. None called there. Now the trap. There's a good trap. They get it away. There's going to be a foul on the arm. They're going to call it, I believe, on Acosta.
Dylan Gorski, I think, got that when I saw the 2 numbers come up. So. Yep, Dylan Gorski, his second.
Good job by the cameraman to pick up Gorski's reaction after that. He's looking at his hand. He hurt his finger on that reach in. Udeze misses the first one. Charles Jones in there. St. John's Prep from Queens, New York.
A lot of falls on
6'8", Jim. He's a huge body there. And Udeze, all his points from the charity stripe. That's 5, I believe. I have him unofficially.
I agree with that.
Okay, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
We talked about the fouls. There's 18 for each team in this game. So a little up and under there. It looks like maybe Nate Acosta.
Acosta did get that on his second effort there.
He's up to 18 points on the
the
game.
If the Thunder were so smart right now, when they get it over here, they should get it to into their playmaker's hand. Timeout called by Bill Beeline as he was counting off in the back of his head. But you want to use the clock now, Jim, no doubt about it. You want to get this game over. You got a 21-point lead, 87-61. I mean, there's no reason right now to be aggressive on the offensive end.
No, absolutely not. It's just at this point you're just padding some stats, but
well, yeah.
But at the same time, you've got a lot of guys in the game that don't usually get a whole lot of minutes. I mean, it's cleanup duty here at the end of the game, so it's not fair to them as well. Let them go play.
Okay.
Let them attack the rim. Let them go get it. Okay. I mean, that's what they're here to do, and that's what they want to do. That's my feeling of it. I mean, it's 21 points. It's not an embarrassing loss. You're not up 40 points or something on somebody. You're just blowing them out of the gym.
Right.
21 points. Let these guys go out and see what they can do.
Okay.
So.
Back in the, that's why, that comes in, you make a good point. One of the things with the shot clock being instituted in this game, I mean, we talked about volleyball going to the rally scoring. We're every place. We do, LCTV, we travel and do many sports. I've had an opportunity to do 16 different. I want to try to do 20 before we give it up. But one of the things you see, though, is with the shot clock institute in basketball, I mean, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Right now with the game, you just get there and pass the ball around and just take 2 minutes and 30 seconds out of everybody that's here just to watch the ball be passed around and no points being scored and nothing happening. I like having to work and get yourself a shot. Now here comes Acosta with the ball. He's making a move on Morial and makes a good move off the glass, and he is got a plethora of points here now as we get going. Morelli inbounds the ball, almost stolen away, but nice little spin move to get away. Bounces it in, stolen away. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I talk about. Use the clock. Bohannon now gets it into Acosta, the running one-hander. That won't go. Gets the rebound up and in. Acosta gets another one.
Gives Acosta 22 unofficially on my papers.
Okay, I agree with you. I'm not even going to check. Throws it up. Kramer now with a rebound. Here we go. Now it's down to 17 points. They're stepping back into there is number 25. Jerome Matthews is in the game for the first time. Jerome Matthews, add-on, down in the low in the paint. Oh, a turnaround by Jones. He had his foot stepped on. That's why Jones couldn't get it to go. But Udeze gets his first field goal on there. Timeout by the bench. They want to get some more players in there by the Red Barons as the clock.
That's a full timeout charge to Corning, and I looked over and they had everybody up that was sitting on the bench. I didn't know if they were coming into the game or just clearing some seats.
Well, Jim, 89-70 is the score, and with that 89 points, they will score their most points ever. I mean, in this young season, 86 was their high, I guess, against Fulton Montgomery Community College.
Yep.
Where they won that game 86-72. But right now, it seems like they're holding their opponents to around 70 points, so they need that offensive output to be able to be successful this year, it looks like.
Yeah, they do. And like we talked about it earlier, the Red Barons, I mean, they were down low on the points there early, and they're back to that 70. So you're talking about a team that, again, they're going to throw 70 points and hang them up on you there.
We've got to remind you to stay tuned for an interview. We'll get Billy Beeline over here to talk right after the game. I'll turn things over to my partner, Jim Rhodes. He can recap the game, and we'll get the quick interview. But that won't happen until a minute and 52 seconds of playing time is run off. Carney taking a look, gets it over to Kramer. Gets it over to Chambers, stepped inside. There goes the dunk, and in! Brings the crowd to his feet. Jerome Matthews gets on the board with a big dunk of his own.
And this gym is just buzzing at this point right now, and
Everybody on the bench is smiling. Jerome Matthews, not a lot of playing minutes. In addition to the original roster, and he goes up and he's got a smile on his face still. He still has a smile on his face.
He's feeling
Matthews
it
now gets it up. Let's see if it can be overdone. A reverse layup by Arzu. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 points on the afternoon. An exciting brand of basketball as I believe Kramer hits it from the corner. Oh, we're going to call a technical foul on after the shot on Joel Kramer as he makes the, I believe that was a three-pointer. Calls a technical foul because he ran into him with intent. He's over there. What he does, one of the things Kramer's doing, Jim, is apologizing to the official, which is good to do, but he was there. He saw it. Morial knocks down the first one. Knocks them both down, makes them pay for the technical. 95 points. Jim, we got 54 seconds. Is that magic 100 going to come up? There's Billy Beeline. Now they'll get the ball back here.
If it was important to Coach Bill Beeline, he would have different players maybe on the field. He'd have their court. He'd have the starters out here, the whole thing. So he just wants them to play and play well.
Well, they're not going to stop. Here they go in. Oh, that's intentional.
Right there.
That was a cross in the back. Are you kidding me? This is cleanup time here. That's why I told you, use the clock. Jacob Clea is going to get that intentional foul. What that means now is that Martin Arzu is going to go to the line with 2 free throws, and then N-Trip will get the ball back. So misses the first one.
Correction, foul number 32. Jacob Clay.
Coach Bill Beeline over on the sideline telling his players, don't do anything foolish, just go out here and wrap this up.
Yeah, Jim, these two teams do not meet again this season, so you know what? But that puts Arzu in the double digits there with that free throw. So now 49 seconds left to go. They got a play set up all along the foul line. 4 players around. Morial is supposed to get this ball. He does. And he gets double team trapped. Oh, he's quick. Gets out of there. Try to go down quickly into Jones and off of his fingertips. It'll be Red Baron ball. Here comes Robert Chambers over to the corner to Jamie Hill. There's an outside three-pointer on the way. That's short. Picked up by Arzu. Arzu going to get it into the hands. He'll get it back. Now Matthews taking a look. Gets it over there. Nice little move. Going up. Can't get it to go. Udeza is on the floor. 15 seconds to go. Udeza is going to touch the baseline. It'll be turned around, and with 12.6 seconds to go, this should be inbounded and just dribbled off. And the final score should be 96 to 73. The clock hasn't started. Now it does, so we might get an extra shot here. Kicked out of bounds. 6.7 seconds. Little sticky finger on the clock there. It should be almost over. In there, little turnaround jumper, won't go. Rebound in there. Hold on to it. That'll be it. That'll do it. 96-73, the final score, Jim. 53 points scored in that second half by the Thunderwolves, and Coach Billy Beeline will get his record up to, 5-1 now, right?
He'll go to 6-1 on the season.
6-1.
Yep, he'll go to 6-1 on the season.
All right, I'll turn it over to you, Jim.
Very good. Came out here tonight here at LCTV. We're bringing you the game. We brought you the game. NCCC Thundercats 96. The Corning Red Devils, or Red Barons, 73. Leading scorers today, Niagara Community College. Orlando Joseph with looks like 14 points. Isaiah Johnson with 8. Andre T.J. McRae with 6. Connor Vandergriff with 7. Termel Fisher with 11. Desmond Knight with 6. Jacob Hughes with 8. Vince Kazmerzak with 10. Mark Moriel with 6. Martin Arzu snuck in with 10 points. Chidezu Odezi is 7. Charles Jones with 2. And Jim was able to pick up Coach Beeline, and he's got an interview set up right here in front of me. Jim, I'm going to cut to you.
Well, here I am with winning head coach Bill Beeline. And Billy, good all-around effort from a number of players. I think he had 13 or 14 different players in the scoring column. And it started out, what I liked about it is it started out in Corning's favor there for a couple minutes. You called the timeout, settled the troops, seemed to kick him into a high gear. It lasted the rest of the game.
Yeah, we got a young group, and I think controlling our emotions is half of that. And there was a lot of teaching moments out there today, and hopefully we took advantage of it. But just the team camaraderie, to keep battling all the way through. We want to play a full 40 minutes.
And Corning came in, they threw everything at you. You know, I mean, they threw the full court press at you first before you were able to press them, and that seemed to be another turning point also. They really couldn't handle the quickness of your team.
Yeah, and they're definitely competitors. They weren't going to quit, and we told our guys at halftime, no team comes out and just lays down and ends. So it was, benefit to them, and they crashed the boards hard and get extra opportunities, and they shot a good percentage today as well.
Well, you were over 50% in the first half, too. 53 points in the second half. You got to be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, and a lot of it, the guys work really hard on offense. We preach our offense every single time, and each kid is spending a lot of time on working on their techniques.
One of the things, this is an exciting team you got here, too. And one of the things is that I know that a coach, you probably like to have this problem, but they seem very unselfish. And sometimes I think you got to, it sounded like you took a timeout one time to tell them that, listen, if you got the open shot, by all means go to it. But it seems like you got a very, very unselfish team out there.
Yeah, I don't know what the final stats on assists were, but the assists were up. I know at halftime we had 14 assists, and that's teamwork right there. And to take a lot of the new young guys, and we preach it every single day, and even when we were recruiting these guys, you could see that. Now it enables other guys to step up, and that's the next process is who's going to step up each day. All right, it's been a different guy every single time, and the unselfishness is great, but whatever gets us victories.
Well, young season, good start, 6-1. I mean, a lot of games left in the season. This should be something good, and the community will be out to help support you, especially in the home games.
Yeah, love the community being here. First home game, we had quite a few people here. LCTV here. Just want to bring this good basketball to Niagara County community.
Well, thanks. Keep up the good work, and I know you want to get in and talk to the guys. Thanks for taking the time, Billy. Okay, we'll see you again. There you have it. I'm going to bring out Jim Rose right now as Jim comes back out. Jim, final thoughts. A pretty well-played game by Niagara Community College.
No, it was a well-played game. They came out here. They mixed the scoring around. They did have 14 different players end up on the score sheet. There were 22 assists in the game by the team. You mentioned that, and Coach mentioned that they are not selfish people. They move the ball around. Everybody gets a chance. So, and different guys stepping up every night. You can see that with some of the younger guys, the way they worked on the floor. So.
Fast-paced action, end-to-end, a little chippy at times, but the officials did a good job also.
The officials did a great job, and there really wasn't too much there. They called what needed to be called. They let them play a little bit, but and the guys responded to it. They didn't get crazy with it. So.
Well, we challenge everybody to get out and support this team, nccc, right around the corner from everywhere. Come on out. You saw it here early in the season, a very exciting brand of basketball. Come on out and support them. Well, for Jim Rhodes, I'm Jim Slowey. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll see you again on another edition in the future. Until then, everybody, so long. Bye-bye. See you again. Nice job.